Alright, so now we're going to get into the juicy stuff, and that is to create your actual blog post and the best way to do that. Now, there's a couple of ways that we can do that, and one is the slow and painful way, and the other is the smart and easy way. And I'm going to demonstrate both of those to you. But first of all, let me show you the way that I used to build things. That is the slow and painful way, and that is to go into posts. That's to go to one of our blog posts. Let's go edit. And then edit with the Divi Builder, but I also might change some settings here, like the page layout. I want it to be full width. So you remember before in the previous video where it had the sidebar in it, and it had the post title and the post like image there, and then the Divi Builder only took up a small area. Let me show you what that looked like. So remember this, and then we've only got the Divi Builder in that middle section. I mean, that's one way of doing things. That's one way of doing things. And if you wanted to add a new module, then you would click it here, and then you would add more in there. And there is, nothing wrong with that, but it's not how I like to do things. Let's exit the Visual Builder there. We can go to our edit post. We go back into the back end here, and we can decide to make it change the page layout in Divi page settings and make it full width. So now the Divi Builder, instead of having that sidebar, it's going to take the entire page, and that's what we are probably used to by now. So let's update that. Now let's see what that looks like now. Okay, well now it goes the full width of the page, and if we enable the Visual Builder, don't restore, you can see now that our page builder goes all the way to the edge, and we might be, you might be more familiar with that kind of Divi Builder, okay? But look, we still have this top section where there's the featured image and the blog title, but what if we don't want that there? Let's go back now to edit post, and let's see what other settings we have. So full width, post title, we'll set that to hide. Okay. Update. Now let's see when we go edit with the Divi Builder. Now that title has disappeared, and we are back to our regular Divi Builder, which is taking up the entire page, plus the comments below here. But, if we go back, we can also get rid of those comments, and we can input them manually. So I would scroll down here to discussion, and then not click allow comments. Update that now. Now let's have a look, edit with the Divi Builder. And here we go. Divi Builder is taking up the whole page, and we don't have any comments below there. Then what we could do is we could start editing our page. So say I wanted the post title at the top with a featured image there, but I wanted to style it differently. I didn't want that boring design that I couldn't style properly. So here I might go maybe a full width post title. Full width post title. It's specifically designed for posts. Let's give it a go. What I'm going to do first is I'm just going to drag it. I'm going to drag this section up here, and I'm going to post it up here. So that looks pretty ugly. So let me click on this. These purple ones here, you might have noticed that there are, you know, if you click on here, you can either add regular sections or full width sections. Regular sections are the ones that we usually use that are it's basically just a section, and you can put whatever row in it, and then you can put whatever module in it. Full width, on the other hand, is you only get to choose. It's already laid out the way that they want it to be laid out. They've already done the layout, so there's no rows, and you only put a module inside the section, and these are the only ones that you've got here. Okay, and they're all full width. So full width code, full width header, full width image, map, menu, post title, etc. And in this case, we put in the full width post title, where the post title is up here. So let's have a look at these settings. We're going to module settings. Move my face over here. Click on elements, show title. If we can get rid of the title there. We can get rid of the meta. We can just get rid of the author, or just the date, or just the category, or just the comment. We can say to not have the featured image. Basically, it gives us all of the information from that, from this post, this current post. And there we go. And, featured image placement below title, we could go above title, so now it's underneath, or we can go title meta background image, which means it's behind that here. Okay. Now we can do something with this if we wanted. We could style it like, I'll click on the section settings, background. Actually, maybe the background will be best here in module settings. Design. Background. Will this work? Add a background gradient, because I do like gradients. Gradient above background image. There we go. And let's try this again and see if we can make this opaque. Ah, yes. So now we can see the image in the background. Maybe that one there. And maybe change it to 165 degrees. I kind of like 165 degrees. Yeah, you still can't see anything in here. Plus there's that horrible featured image, which I definitely didn't choose. Obviously for a different kind of website. But what we can do, design. Maybe I'll change the spacing so that this is wider here, it's higher. So maybe I'll put some padding on it, maybe like 100 pixels. So there we go. Now there's a bit more space, maybe more. 200 pixels. Maybe a bit less than that. 150. And see here, I've linked these two so that they're both even. 150 on the top and 150 pixels on the bottom. I think that's all right now. Now let's change the what is spacing? Oh yeah, the title text. So heading 1, blog post 1. I want it to have our regular stylings. Default, yeah, I want to make it white so it stands out. Center it. I might center all of it, so text. I'll make all the text light. I'll center all the text. Yep. I'll make the title text a bit bigger. Maybe 31, 30. 30 is good. And maybe the meta text could be this color. Yeah. Doesn't really stand out too much, does it? Oh, let's keep it white then. There we go. So now we've got the background, we've got the featured image in the background, and we can put stuff underneath it. Okay. All right, that's one way to do it. That is one way to do it. Okay. It is not the only way to do it. There are other ways that you can create nice headers, but for now we can just keep it like that. And remember, this featured image here, we do not change that image here in the blog post, because it is the featured image that you change by uploading it to the blog post, and that's done in the back end. So let me just demonstrate that. First I'll save this. Save. And the same goes for this information. We don't change the actual content of that information here. Blog post 1 comes from the heading of the post, comes from the title of the post. Maintenance comes from the category that we've selected. The comments here, like, there's definitely not 12 comments, but that's just a dummy example of what it will look like when there are comments on it. And, you know, obviously the date is when it was published, and admin is the user who created this post. But we can change all of that, and let me show you how you can change all of that. Edit post. So here on the title, we will change blog post 1. And here we would go maintenance, top 10 motorbike maintenance tips. There we go. I want to change the author to me. There we go. So now I'm the author. Categories is good. That's fine. It's in maintenance. Maybe I want to replace image. So this is where the image is set up. I could find a cool motorbike maintenance tips, but maybe I will just add that one there. Set featured image. Cool. All right, there. Okay, update. Now let's edit with the Divi Builder. Now, look, it's all updated. You can see my feature image has changed. The author has changed. The title has changed because we just changed those. Okay, very cool. And they just grab that information and put it there for you, which is great. Now, look, we've got other stuff here. Maybe I'll get rid of this image. There's a whole bunch of text here. We might want to break it up a little bit. Like I highly recommend in blog posts you put, you know, images in there. So here, what I'm doing here is I'm adding a new module. So I can click the plus button here, the grey one. The grey one are the modules where it has lots of different things that you can add. Accordions, bar counters, cool stuff like that. Even comments if I wanted to add the comments in, but using the Divi Builder as the way to add it in. Contact form, email opt-in, filterable portfolio. I can put, what else is there? Where's my image? Here it is. I can just put an image. Let me put in a picture of this one here. Just doesn't really matter, just any old one. And I can break up my big chunk of text here with some cool images. So let me actually break this text up. There we go. And then I might just duplicate this text module. So I click that duplicate button right here, and it just added a new one exactly the same. And then I can just drag that down here. There we go. So now I've got some more text underneath there. I can do other cool things. For example, if I don't like this big image, like taking up the whole space here, I could go, I could create like a half of the page is an image, half of the page is text. So here I might click the plus button and do this, put this, I'm doing it in the row, remember? So row is for layouts. So click this green one, add new row, and then click these two buttons, the two sides here. So it's 50-50. So now I can do an image on one side, image, add a new module, and pick whatever one I want, like that one. And on the right side, I can add new module there, and I can go a text module. Or, for the sake of, you know, speed, I might just go duplicate this one here, and then drag this in there. There we go. So now we have a, you know, different kind of layout, which is kind of cool. Nice. And might just get rid of this empty section that we added in there before. All right, another thing that we can do here is create a sidebar, because sidebars are useful in blog posts, because sometimes people want to find more, they want to learn more, they want to get access to information quickly, and sometimes that easy to access information is easy to access in a sidebar while they're reading. And the way to do that is to, let me show you a different type of section. So here we are clicking on the purple button, which is the section, or the blue one if it's a blue section. And you'll see here that there is another section called specialty. Specialty is a different kind of section, a special kind of section, that allows you to do something different. So I'm going to demonstrate, because it's probably going to be easier than me trying to explain it with my words. Okay, so I just clicked on specialty, and now you've got a combination of rose and orange. But what's orange? Orange is basically, you can add modules in there, but you don't need to add rows. Yeah. So think of these as the size of the modules. I reckon it would be better if they made these orange bits grey, because grey makes more sense to me, because it means modules basically. So a sidebar. If you wanted a right sidebar, a sidebar on the right hand side of the page, you would do this, and on the left you would be able to create rows which give you a max of two columns in it. Or if you wanted a sidebar on the left, you could have this one here and have the right side of it be rows with 2 columns. I'm going to do a right sidebar, so I'll click on that one, and you can see here that I've got that what I get in this orange section here is the ability to add a row, and I get 1, 2, 3 columns. That's all I get in this specialty section. And here I can just add whatever modules that I want in there. So what I can do is now I can just transfer all of my stuff into here. So all my rows, I'm just going to grab and put them into this one. And you can see now that instead of it being the full width of the page, I've still got this area, this column on the right hand side for modules. And that can be my sidebar, and I can pretty much put whatever I want in there. So first what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of this section that's now empty, and let's have a look at what we could put in here. So I'm going to add new module. I'm going to add, let me have a look. How about a person? Maybe this can be the area where you put the author. So click on person. Now we've got the kind of person that you could put in there. And you've got all of this information here to put in there. So I can get rid of this, and I can go Zay Canters is the author. I could say head motorbike maintenance instructor. That's a really long title. Let's go motorbike instructor. Let's just do that. I could put my Facebook URLs in there. So notice right next to my face, down the bottom right hand side, that the little Facebook symbol has popped up the moment that I put a hash symbol in there. So if there is nothing in these boxes, in these input boxes here on the left, they will disappear. The moment that you add a link to it, like www.facebook.com /Zay Canters, or whatever my thing is, it's going to pop up here. That's why like you'll see often the hash symbol, because it's saying there is no website in here, but we want to show it so that we can see what it looks like. I'll take that away. Maybe LinkedIn. Yeah, I'll do LinkedIn. And there's LinkedIn popping up right there. And here I can go Zay Canters, or I can be like, hi, I'm Zay, and I could write exactly the same thing as I wanted to have in there. And I can, add my image. Maybe this was, remember this is the about me image. I could upload that one. And there it is. Okay, it currently looks pretty ugly, doesn't it? But that's okay. We can totally style it a bit differently. First, I'm going to... What I might do is I'll just put a little bit of dummy text in there, like this. There. Copied that. Let me edit this. There. So now there's a bit more text in there. Cool. Cool. Alright, so now we want to style it a bit nicer. So here I can go design, icon, no, image. So image, I can do, I can make it rounded corners. Maybe I want really rounded, like a whole circle, like that. Now that looks really ugly, but if I wanted, say I wanted like a square, a round, completely round circle, just like my image down the bottom, I would need to have there a square image so that it goes completely round. Okay, so that looks a little bit ugly right there. But what we can do here is we can keep editing it a little bit. Text. Oh, text. I can make it all in the center like this. I could maybe title text, style it the way that is styled mainly, like throughout my website. Zay Canters, like that. I could have the position text. I could make that this color, a little bit more like that. No. And with the body text, I could make it a little bit smaller, just like that, to make it a bit more easier to read. And of course, like I can, do so much more styling to it. I could put a border around it if I wanted. Put some more spacing around it so it looks better. But I'm going to leave it at that for now. So that is pretty much how I can create a blog post and style it the way that I want. You know, a lot of websites have like they have something separating the sidebar, and one way that we can do that is, I'll show you here. So hover over the row, click on, we want to have a border on the right hand side of this entire row so that it goes all the way down to here. Okay. So here I can go row settings. I can go to design, border, because I want to put a border, and here I can choose borders on which sides. So I want a border on the right side, and then I take it from 0 pixels in width to, say, 1 pixels in width. Okay, so now I've got a border. Also, I can make it a little less obvious by taking the opacity down and maybe changing it to this color right here. So that looks a bit lighter, a bit nicer, not so bold and standing out. But you can see here that there's now, this is butted up right against this line. Even this image is butted up, so it looks a little bit weird. What I would do now is I would change the spacing. So I'd go to spacing. I would put some padding on the right hand side. See, padding is the space inside the section or the row or the module. So this is the inside area, and we're here increasing this space. So I might just keep it at 50 pixels because that is enough space, I think. And I would do the same. Maybe I would go copy row styles, and we'll see if this works. I might see if I can go paste row styles. Yeah. And there we go. A sidebar that's separated with a little line. We've got some things here, an image. I might get a round image. Another cool thing I can share with you before we go. I don't want to throw too many things, but this is one thing that I think is really cool. Go to advanced. So what I'm trying to do here is make this author section scroll down the page with me so you can see my face whenever you're whenever you're scrolling down. It's called being sticky. So I'm making this module sticky. So we click on scroll effects in advanced. We can click on stick to top, sticky limit. We want it to stop. We want it to be limited to the section. And yeah, let's give that a go. There. Now it's going down the page, and at the end of the section that it's in, it stops. And then you can see it just goes up into the page. But it's going to stick to the top of the page, just like that. How cool is that? But if I wanted to, I'll go back into advanced, scroll effects and sticky top offset. If I don't want it to stick right on the very line here, I might want maybe 20 pixels from the top. Now it's going to have a little space there. How cool is that? So cool. Okay, I'm going to keep that one there. Okay, so now I'm just going to save, and that's it for this lesson. I showed you how you can style a blog post, and this, you might be interested to know, is the inefficient way of doing it. And in the next video, I'll show you the efficient and better way of doing things, the pain-free way. All right, take care. See you in the next video.